We're asking him various questions. Los mantras se cantan de forma monótona. Jai Mahavira Radharaman Charandastevo ki Jai Jai Nitai Jai Gaur Jai Sri Radheshyam. Today I want to speak about one important topic that I have seen all the way through the philosophical studies on Gaudiya Vaishnavism, on the Vedas, Tantras, Siddhanta, or from different lines. And it's the way to establish or to explain what the truth is, what Tattva is. We should understand that Tattva is not what I believe or what my friends believe or what does not believe. But Tattva, a true, is something that is beyond any consideration, is something that is beyond what we believe or we don't believe. There is Tattva. Bhagavan exists. That is Tattva. Some people will not believe in Bhagavan, still that exists. But in order to prove it, I must have consistent information regarding to the topic. Consistent information, just as the science have been winning so much field over religions and spirituality, just because they bring numbers and facts, things that are in somehow not leaving any room for questions, not giving space to any question. So that's why they call it science. It's something that you can prove, right? So there have been different conversations with different followers of different sampradayas, parivars, and I have been noticing something that is not good. And I want to point on this, that everyone who is watching this video, from any line, parivar, group, from any sect, it's important to understand that to research and to do proper studies on the topics is the correct way. Why? Because this was the main weapon of Sriman Mahaprabhu for Gaudiyas. Sriman Mahaprabhu was an expert on all topics, and he had the deepest understanding on the topics based on the Shastras. The same story we read on Chaitanya Charitamrita, Raya Ramananda Sambad, where Sriman Mahaprabhu is asking questions to Raya Ramananda, but he don't say what your people, your cult, your sect, your religion believe on this. Believe on this. No. Gauranga say, don't speak anything from your heart or your mind or your own realizations. Speak the Shastras. Pada Shloka is the exactly word that Gauranga is saying on that moment. Pada Shloka. Walk your explanation through the Shastras. Where are the verses who are telling what you will speak now? So Rai Ramananda is going through all the different bhavs until to get to the higher gem of love, divine love. Yes? So this is the way of explaining anything. If somebody will explain something because my guru said and that's it, without any question, this is not real Shraddha, because Shraddha is developed out of the analytical study of the Shastras and the word of Sri Gurudev. There you develop Shraddha. Otherwise, you are getting some kind of religious faith. And believe me, religion is not the right word to explain a deep spiritual path. As in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we cannot call it religion. We can call it paradharma. But religion, really, where is this word religion on the Shastras? Dharma, we find dharma, but religion, this is a Western word. Religion is the parallel to Christianism, Islam, Jewish. This is religion. This is not the path of a yogi. The yogi is a deep analyzing and deep philosophy, study, practice of sadhana, etc. So this cannot be called a religion, all right? So-called Hinduism or this and that. This is not the right explanation. Even If the majority of the population will call it religion, Hinduism, or this and that, be clear, because the mass, the number of people, majority of people, is not a good friend, are not a good friend of the Granthas, the book, the studies of Shastras. This is the 0.01% of the population of the people who really do studies and research. And they are seekers, not just believers, that anything that anybody will say, they will believe. Otherwise, we have to accept, for example, nonsense as Sai Baba was predicted by the Vedas, his appearance. We cannot believe that because it's not based on Shastras. When we study the Shastra, we realize Sai Baba is nowhere. This is nonsense, and it's just a twisting and manipulation of words for people who does not study the Shastras and believe religiously in things that they don't know. So, in terms of this, what is about also Mahamantra? I remember time ago, 1-2 years ago, I was visiting one preacher, to say, on the topic of Mahamantra and asking questions. And basically the answer was, this is like this because Bhadevava said so. Because Bhadevava said so. For me it was not enough. And this is not, and listen properly, this is not because of my faith on Bhadevava. Radharaman Charandas Dev is my eternal guru, is my eternal leader, right? There is no anything about Shraddha on Bhadevava. But I cannot take something, no intelligent person can take something because somebody say it, right? Because the same people can say Kalki Avatar is on earth right now because one guru in India, North India, somewhere in Himalayas, so somewhere say that he and his wife is Kalki Avatar and Padmavati. Why you believe that? Because he said, this is not the way to study, this is not the way to understand the philosophy and the Shastras. And I'm very sorry that I am not maybe born in Bharat, I don't speak Sanskrit, I am not a Bengali born. It doesn't rest what I am talking about, this is truth. Doesn't matter if I am born in America, in Germany, or in India, because Germany, America, and India is all part of the Maya creation, and our Gaudiya Vaishnavism is an eternal tattva. Doesn't matter if I say Krishna, if I say Krishna, if I say Krishna, as in Bengalis Krishna, in Orissa Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna. Does it make it is any wrong with this? No. There are different pronunciation, different cultures, okay? Doesn't matter, the eternal tattva is Krishna, will be always Swayam Bhagavan. So when I hear this, because Bhadevava says so, I was surprised. And then I say, okay, if this person has not knowledge why he is preaching or speaking something, I must to go and to find out why this information is correct or not. Because this is the exactly root and the way the cult and the sects starts working. Because I say so or because somebody says so, that's it. No question. If you question, means you don't believe. But I believe. The thing is, I need the information of why this is happening. Do you understand what I mean? When you do a scientific research, you start by searching all the sources in terms of a subject, and then you investigate all the sources of the subject, and then you get the pramana. And this is exactly what pramana means. Pramana does not mean my guru say, or we say, or we believe, or I don't believe that. Pramana means something that is so pure, powerful, truth, that no one can question. If some topics have questions, it's because the pramana has not been shown still. The pramana is not being developed properly. And this is part of what I have been doing in my humble research on Mahamantra. I do believe 100% the words of Bhadevava, and I have Shraddha. Shraddha, not a religious faith. Shraddha, an unbreakable faith on what Bhadevava said. But if I want to spread the words, if I want to speak on Bhadevava, I must to have the knowledge of why the things are like this and not like that. Because many people, I know, by my own experience, you have seen in my channel in Spanish and in English, thousands of people have been watching the videos in relation to Mahamantra. Things that mainly 90% of the world population who know Gauranga Mahaprabhu never heard about the Mahamantra, restriction on japa and no kirtan. Never heard about this. So when I am exposing this, showing this kind of interesting and very important topic, I must to have all the proof in my hands to show what I am talking about. Otherwise, I am speaking just like a religious person. One more time, religion doesn't bring God. Religion just keep a system of business running on. There is no enlightenment, there is no tattva, there is no true. Indeed, religions, what they do in the religions, they just twist things to mold, to give a shape to something that they want to pursue. Just to say, Catholic religion, Christian religion, in the Rome Empire, they made several melas, meetings of the Pope and writers and kings in order to create a way of the Christian religion that will work for the kingdom and for the church. And they twist everything to turn Christianism as we know nowadays. But if you really study what they chop off on those meetings, Nicea Concilium, what they chop off, things like reincarnation. In Christianity, original Christianity had reincarnation. They chop off, they cut it because it doesn't fit to the establishment, to the business. They cut off vegetarianism. Original Christians were vegetarians also. There are some small groups, esoteric group of Christianism that came from the time of Jesus Christ and the apostles, and still nowadays. And what they believe in reincarnation, they believe in vegetarianism. And not because they are Hindus or influenced by Hinduism or some kind of new age philosophy created in America by the government. No, it's because this was the original Christianism. Jesus Christ was like that, basically like a yogi. There are many books that are speaking about this Jesus being in India, this and that. Some are fiction, some can be truth. It's not the topic of this video, but just to know that when you really study, you find out very interesting things that will support your real Gaudiya, your real Vaishnavism, your real spirituality. So when something is taken just like, because Bhade Baba say, I don't care, this doesn't help anyone. And maybe it's one of the reasons why in the Western world nobody knows about Baba Bharati, the first Gaudiya Vaishnav who crossed the water, the ocean, to go Europe and to go to America and spread the word of Sri Bhagavan, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He wrote the first book in English about Gaudiya Vaishnavism. He wrote blogs on the newspapers in New York, in America, on that time. More than 500 disciples only in America. He built up the first Krishna temple only in America. Why nobody knows about this? Because I have to say, we are not doing the homework. We are not doing what we have to do to glorify our saints, our sadhus. And this is not only for Bhade Baba line, for all Gaudiyas. As much we know about 6 Goswamis, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Vrindavan Das Thakur, Narottam Das maybe, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Panchatattva yes, but mainly people does not know who they are. If you go to Google and you say, you write Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of the first questions there, and questions that are coming from India, no America or Europe, from India, people is asking, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? This is one of the first questions you will find in Google. And now I say, how is this possible? God incarnated 500 years ago, nobody knows who is he. And other people say it's a guru, just a master, just a spiritual master, as any spiritual master we saw in India, millions of spiritual masters everywhere. It's just that? No, there is much more. So to do the proper research will help to everyone to grow. To do a proper research as a sadhaka will help you out to grow your faith, your shraddha, spiritual shraddha, eternal shraddha, as strong as steel, as strong as a diamond. Because when you know the truth, not that I think this is, no, you know the truth, nobody can break it, you can never break. And this is exactly the path of all the siddhas. May some Siddhas achieve the truth out of Bhajan only, not through the Shastras. Others through Bhajan and Shastras. But to know the truth properly is what creates Siddhas. Perfect sadhakas who will turn into sadhana Siddhas. If we are not pointing to become a sadhana Siddha and to go out from the Nitya Vada, then what we are doing? Really? What we are doing? For what are we doing what? I'm asking you. So when this person a couple years ago knew that I am doing research about Mahamantra, about the Shastras, about the real Kirtan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and what was his Kirtan was different to Mahamantra, to Japa mantra. Japa and Kirtan, two different things. I have been proving in my book. Go to mahamantra.info, read all the research I did on that. And you will see it crystal clear. But when this person get to know that I was visiting different sadhus, studying with different sadhus, asking questions to different sadhus in Vrindavan, Navadvip, etc., this person say, I don't want to see you anymore. This is something that we must to understand. This is not a behavior of faith. This action is not a retreat. It's not that I am against the faith, the following, the instructions, nothing like that. It's simple that you need to know, to understand properly. To properly understand what is what, and for that you must to study. And if you don't have the studies, you can point somebody who really knows and who can guide on this path. Yes. So recently, I have been doing the research of one text, one book. No, it's not a book. It's a text that speaks what happened in Vrindavan in 1922. This is one of the biggest topics to be investigated, and I am still on that. Sadly, I fail in some researches that I get in Bengali that were not the right ones, but I am still on search of that, and I will get there sooner or later. This Vaishnav and Gaudiya Mela meeting in Vrindavan took place in 1922, and in 1922 was a meeting of Gaudiyas from Vrindavan, from Navadvip and other areas. The main Pandits, Goswamis, and the most important faces on that time, they gathered in Vrindavan. And as I know the story, what happened is that there were basically two sides. One was the main sides of sadhus and babajis who say that they never heard Mahamantra Hare Krishna chanting out loud like in Kirtan, because this is a mantra and is given by Guru by ear. So this is a mantra only for japa. The other side was like a new reform, a reform of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, that they say we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra out loud. Basically because they have the similar idea to Ramanuja, that he get the mantra from the Guru and went to chant everywhere in the streets. But we are not, Ramanuja is not Purvacharya from our line. Ramanuja did not grow any of the granthas of our line. Our Purvacharyas are the Goswamis of Vrindavan, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Vrindavan Das Thakur, etc. Just the Gaudiyas who came right after or around Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and he empowered themselves. No Ramanuja, no Shankaracharya, no Madhva, no this, no that. This is not our philosophy. And if you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, you see clearly when Gauranga Mahaprabhu is saying to one of these sects, he say, the only thing I can respect about you and I respect about your philosophy is that you consider the name of Bhagavan superior. The only thing I can respect about you. So this is the proof enough that we have not much to do with them. We don't care about that. Respect, yes, but our sect, our philosophy is encapsulated inside Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu philosophy. Gauranga Mahaprabhu create and propagate this philosophy through Sri Nityananda Ram. Okay, so this reform was saying on Vrindavan 1922 that Mahamantra is possible to chant out loud because we see this example, and a few verses on Shastras here and there, very few verses honestly on Shastras that say that chanting Kirtan Mahamantra Krishna. But the main part of Vrindavan, Navadvip, etc., say this is wrong. We never seen this before. This is not part of our philosophy, etc., etc., etc. So the resolution of the case was that the party that supported that Mahamantra is only for japa and for kirtan any harinam, such as Gauranga Mahaprabhu explained himself, Haraya Nama, Krishna Davaya Nama, Gopala Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Gauranga himself chant Krishna Krishna He, Krishna Krishna Panimam, Krishna Krishna Rakshamam, Rama Raghava, etc., etc., etc. The kirtans in Shivas Angan with Mahaprabhu and just the intimate associate, closed doors, closed windows, they chant all night. What they chant, Mukunda Hari, Hari Haraya Namaha, etc., etc. There is no mention of Mahamantra. Nowhere in the Shastras there is no mention Mahamantra on our Grantha. This is fact. This was proved in 1922 in Vrindavan, and there were the signatures of the main pandits in Vrindavan, Navadvip. They signed that this was the resolution. The resolution was established. Anyways, some groups, micro groups, keep chanting Mahamantra Hare Krishna publicly. Okay, doesn't matter. And all this information start getting watered with water, liquid. The power start dispersing. And everybody forgot about this. Just 100 years ago, everybody forgot about this, and now it's like established again, like this new idea that Mahamantra is a kirtan song and also is a japa. We don't see in any single sampradaya or parivar that a mantra will chant in kirtan and in japa. Mantras are private. Mantras are only for japa, and kirtans are kirtan songs, etc. Okay. So I ask about this document to have this document. I get some manuscript that is speaking about Mahamantra, but was not the document that I am speaking about. So the question here, and I explain this openly, I want to speak about this openly with much respect for the Dada who interact with me on this topic, but I must say that this is important, and I see as a big mistake that is going on almost everywhere. I have seen exactly the same. And the point was like, if you have confusion on the Mahamantra, do more sadhana and meditate on Bhadevava that he will give you faith. And I have no any confusion on Mahamantra. I know, I did my research, I did my homework, and my homework result what I have been speaking for a long time already. But if I want to show somebody else, what will be the answer? So this is something about intelligence, to not just be to see the word in black and white, but there are different shades and colors, right? So from one side, I do believe this because I study, I know the thing, I get the fact, I know Mahamantra is only japa. I have faith in Bhadevava, so also he instructed me to use the Mahamantra only in japa. Alright, but if I am explaining to somebody, what is the first answer they will say to you? And you will see why I am right in what I am asking. It's because people will say to you, but everybody chant Hare Krishna Kirtan. You go to Vrindavan in all Raman Retu, people is chanting Hare Krishna Kirtan. What is the problem? This is exactly the point. Because if I say, yes, but Bhadevava or the Shastras read this, they will answer to you, yes, still we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But if you have this document and you say, but you know that there was a Mela meeting and they study this, the both sides, the both philosophy, they get this information, they sit together, they study this, and they sign the final resolution, then this is something important. This is a supreme pramana. This is something that you cannot deny. You cannot deny. In that same meetings, the Babas of Vrindavan who were present, they say, we never heard Mahamantra in Kirtan before to this time. And was the same time of Bhaktisiddhanta and some small group from Navadvip who were doing this Kirtan Mahamantra. So this is important. And one more time, if we have all this information, if this information exists, but we haven't been spreading, showing, everything is under 3 keys, locked down, for what? Many will say is to avoid conflict. But the problem is, you know what is the problem is? While some people some Bhakta Sadhakas are avoiding conflict in terms of explaining what is true, we must always stand for true. I think so. I read the Bhagavad Gita. When I study Bhagavad Gita, the first thing I learned is that you must stand for Dharma. and not for your own comfort, because Arjuna don't want to fight because in his own comfort, he's very comfy being at home, right? He don't want to fight, he don't want to speak, he don't want to do dharma. And what Krishna say? Dharma. Do your dharma. This is your dharma. If I am a preacher, if I'm a Vaishnava, if I have to spread the word of my Sri Guruji, I must to have the pramana and the values to speak the truth. I cannot hide the truth in order that somebody will not get mad on me. If they get mad, they get mad on ignorance, not on me. If I am explaining the truth, this is the truth, read the Shastras. There is it. Not only about Mahamantra, about so many things. But if I am avoiding to speak this, the big problem is I am avoiding while the 90% is not avoiding to call everybody a Sahajiya, to call everybody a bogus, to call everybody a Jata Goswami, and this and that. They are not avoiding. They are not avoiding. In South America, in Chile, where I was born, I heard this hate against Babaji Sahajiyas, that they smoke cigarettes, smoke marijuana, that they have illicit sex, that Radhakunda is all a pervert place. All this I hear even before visiting for first time, from the same people who we are avoiding to not show the truth and the pramana. So this is a call to wake up. This is a call to wake up for everyone, I think. This is not a thing about fight, it's about pramana. Gauranga Mahaprabhu didn't shake his legs to speak what truth is. He said the truth. In Jagannath Puri, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the big leader of the sannyas and the impersonalist Advaita philosophy, Gauranga Mahaprabhu said him clearly in his own class, you are wrong because this. And he showed the pramana so clearly that Sarvabhauma converted himself into a devotee of Mahaprabhu. Why? Because truth is truth and truth cannot be hidden. If you hide the truth, you are lying. If you are lying, you are not in the path of bhakti. Bhakti is pure truth. Krishna is the supreme truth. Radharani is the supreme truth. There is not acceptance of ignorance. Untruth is ignorance. There is no land of ignorance, otherwise will not be perfect. There is no ignorance in Vaikunthas, what to speak about. Nitya-lila Vrindavan is eternal and transcendental. So we must to meditate on this. I have been meditating longer on this. I had yesterday just a wonderful conversation with a Vaishnavi who knows quite a lot about this philosophy, Gaudiya, and was a similar topic speaking. It's necessary to really speak, and to not speak only in Bengali or in Hindi, because Gauranga Mahaprabhu's desire was that in every town, in every city and town, the Harinam, the philosophy will be spread out. So if you are keeping everything for Bengalis, this is not every city and town. Bengal is one place originally, now many districts, but originally it's just one area, one place who speak Bengali. What size of the world population speak Bengali? It's very little. It's insignificant in that way. Very little number of people speak really Bengali. You walk around India, people don't speak Bengali. So I think I can be wrong, but I don't think so. Based on the philosophy and what Nitai did, they opened the philosophy, wisdom, truth to everyone. There was no any matter of caste, religion, race, or language. So now we have the opportunity to reach out worldwide through the internet, through the social media. Why to not help out? Because this was also the desire of Bhadevava, right? Bhadevava had the desire to go to Europe and to cross Europe by foot, walking, spreading the Harinam. In relation to this was that Bharati Baba said, Baba, please, if you accept me as your servant, let me go. Let me go. You don't go. You have a big mission to keep growing here in Bharat, but I will go. And he sacrificed himself, Bharati Baba, to go and to do this mission. And he did successfully. But nobody knows about him. Why? Because the ones who knows are not sharing. For what I need wealth? Why I need to be wealthy if I am not sharing my wealth, right? Let's do proper research. Let's start using the media to show what is the real path of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Surely there are many things I still have to learn and know, because Tattva is eternal and our material mind is limited, is material. So I cannot know everything. I don't know anybody really truly that knows everything, like all the things. No, it's not possible. I know a few Mahatmas who knows Radha and Krishna, who knows Gaura and Nitai Gaur. Yes, but all the other things, it's difficult to manage everything, right? But we can do an effort to support. Some time ago, I was speaking with one sadhu who speak in Bengal, and I say, can you help me out to learn a little bit more, to study, to do some questions about Gauranga that I will log? No, you have to learn Bengali first. You speak English and you are asking me to learn Bengali, so in order to spread Gauranga Mahaprabhu message and Nityananda Prabhu message, we have to educate the full planet in Bengali. They have to study Bengali first and then to come to understand something. This is not correct. This is not correct. So I say thanks to you all, the ones who are doing an effort to speak. Even my own English is so broken and bad, but I am trying, right? And trust me that many people from America and from Europe who has English as first or second language, they are connected with me and they are learning some new things, and they are very happy to have this information. Many people have been saying to me, why nobody speak about this? First time I read something about this, like Mahamantra only japa. Why this was hiding? So I don't know, but I am doing my part of the job. I am doing my best with all my effort, and I am doing humbly to serve Nitai Gauranga. So if we have the chance to be part of the Nityananda's army of spreading the Harinam, why not to do it? Why not to take it? Actually, in Bharat are enough preachers and gurus everywhere, but the other part of the universe also needs love and kripa. Thank you very much for watching. Jai Jai Sri Radheshyam. Mahavira Ramana ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Hari Hari Bol. We're asking him various questions. Los mantras se cantan